At 4 p.m. on the 18th of April 1991, King County Police arrived at an apartment block on North 152 Avenue in North King County, Seattle. They were there to carry out a welfare check, a routine call, one of dozens they'd handled that month. What they found inside would be anything but routine. The door was unlocked. The officers stepped inside and immediately knew something was wrong. Candles, dozens of them, had burned down to nothing throughout the apartment. Their wax pooled and hardened on every surface. Crucifixes hung up on the walls, positioned with what seemed like desperate intention. Books on the occult lay open on tables and counters, and along the edges of every room, along every doorway, across the porch, unbroken lines of salt, carefully poured as if to keep something out, or perhaps to keep something in. Ooh. Spooky. What is it, Halloween? The officers made their way toward the bathroom. Inside, they found him, a young man, fully clothed, kneeling in an empty bathtub. His body was pressed face first against the wall, arms at his sides, frozen in a position that looked almost like a prayer. He had been dead for days. His name was Christopher Case. He was 35 years old, and in the weeks before his death, he had told everyone who would listen that a woman had cursed him and that something was coming to kill him. This is the chilling story that rocked Seattle in the spring of 1991, a case that has never been adequately explained. This is the strange death of Christopher Case, and this is the Red Thread. Welcome, everyone, Jordan included. Welcome, Jordan.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you, Jackson.
What a mysterious man
to be here.
sitting there listening in. We've got an interesting case this week, Jordan, to dive into.
Yeah, we do.
A very peculiar case of a man cursed by a woman.
Look, I think that might have been the most intriguing introduction you've ever done. Either you're getting good at these or it sells itself. One or the other.
It sells itself. I don't accept any credit for anything ever. More so to the point.
Modest.
I'm very humble. Hashtag humble. But also just, yeah, you're right. I think this is a very compelling case, right? As soon as the salt was brought into it, my little ears perked up a little bit. That's such a desperate attempt to keep demons out. You immediately have to believe that something sussy is going on here.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
or there's a snail infestation. I'm not sure which.
Nonetheless, the mystery will be solved in this edition of Red Thread. What?
Let's find out
snails,
if
which one was
snails
it?
are involved in this murder of this man.
Yeah.
What a horrible way of
Great if
dying.
our sponsor was Mortein. Huh?
What a horrible way to die if you were slowly suffocated by slugs.
I can think of worse.
Doesn't
sound too bad.
No,
to
that's
me.
probably
Sounds like
the
you're
worst.
just getting a really, really cold massage.
No,
massage to death.
You imagine you're paralyzed from the neck down, basically, and they suffocate you by crawling in your throat and blocking it up. Sliding down your throat, I guess it would be.
Yeah, it's still not that bad, man.
Not really?
Doesn't
That's
sound like
awful.
that they burst at it.
All right.
Would you prefer mice doing it or something? Slugs would honestly, I would take slugs out of virtually any other animal.
You're right, actually.
Pufferfish, that'd be terrible.
Mice would be way worse going down your throat. They'd have little claws. They'd be scratching at you. At least the slugs would kind of slide
Biting.
down.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's really...
It's not that bad. You're right.
I might prefer that as a death.
Yeah.
I reckon that'll probably be better than my death.
You're right. Christopher Case, this guy might have had a really cool death at the end of the day. A really pleasant one. By the sounds of it. Maybe the crucifixes, the candle, and the salt were all just decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You know more about this case than I do, so we'll just assume that what you said is true.
All right, let's find out. Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Let's find out about Christopher Case. His name is already pretty a pretty cool name, pretty relevant name. I mean, his name is Case. That's just such a cool name.
You know who Christopher Skase is, right?
Christopher's what?
You don't know?
No, who?
Christopher Skase is a very famous Australian con man from the 80s, I think it was. He came up with some brilliant scheme, ripped off a bunch of retirees, and then went to Spain. And then Australia spent the next 20 years trying to extradite him back to face charges.
I do remember this. I do remember seeing a current affair episode on him or something.
I like how that's how you.
That's my only level of education. that is actually undeniably my only level of education in terms of Australian history. Is my parents like putting on a current affair while I was growing up, and me like watching it in my peripheral vision. Basically, that's the only
that
thing.
So much about your life.
I mean, I was already.
That really does.
I was on my internet and stuff, so I was only consuming American media by that point. So.
Well, you were really, it's a really good combination for a brain, isn't it? Nothing but YouTube and a current affair.
That's so fucked.
What a fucked head. Dude, how do you know English?
I'm just scared of everything. All right,
and hyper aware of Cole's deal.
Let's talk about Christopher Case, not Skase. Or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, let's talk about that guy.
This guy, the one that died mysteriously under demonic possession,
cool
perhaps. Hailing from Richmond, Virginia, Christopher Case was born on the 8th of August, 1955. With a background in music, Case worked as a local radio DJ. Why? I feel like so many people work as radio DJs, local radio DJs.
What? I would have killed for that job. I prefer that job than my current one. I thought they were hard as shit to get.
No, I mean, they probably are, but I feel like they're still way more prevalent than they have any right to be. Although I guess this was in the 90s, which is like everyone
in the
was listening
90s,
to
I think
radio.
that was the case because you actually had to announce things. You couldn't just put in the DJ Matic 3000.
Well, plus people would just, everyone was listening to radio. You had to listen to radio if you're in a car. Nowadays, you get in the car and you load up like an audio book or a podcast, Red Thread, or something, or your own Spotify soundtrack.
Discman, that's also available for anyone.
Who?
You can use that.
What?
Walkman.
What
you can also use a Walkman. Oh my God,
shut up, you boomer.
Game Boy Advance. They're up to the Advance now.
Yeah, while you're driving.
You can play that.
With your Game
Whatever
Boy.
that game was on Nintendo DS that everyone bought for the one thing. What was it? Like something you're just like, dog, the game.
Oh, Nintendogs? Is that what you're talking about?
Nintendo.
That's such a pov. I mean, I remember desperately wanting that when I was like an 8-year-old kid. But it's such a just get a real dog. That's so pov.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
that's what I thought too. Or get a Tamagotchi.
Yeah,
this is halfway house bullshit.
Tamagotchi, play with it for 30 minutes and let it suffer for years as it dies from hunger.
Slowly starves, yeah. Years in Tamagotchi years, hey?
That's the first thing.
Was that it? Was it just like 1 second equal to year?
I think so. That's the first thing we need to do with
a Black
AI.
Mirror episode.
We need to put AI in Tamagotchi so it suffers slowly and actually feels the pain. Just give it soul so that it can suffer.
Hey, do kids still use them? Is that still a thing that kids are into?
No,
Just wondering.
I actually
is it a good present for a niece.
I only think Tamagotchis are used by people in like their 20s and 30s as little backpack accessories. Like they put it, like they hang them off their like bags and stuff to show that they're millennials.
Okay, so they get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's reference stuff now. No one actually likes Tamagotchis. He was intelligent, curious, and a health and fitness enthusiast. And I'm not talking about Jordan. I'm talking about Christopher Case. And he had a love for regimented exercise and vitamin supplementation. Longtime friends of Christopher's could attest to his rational mind and mental stability, with no known history of physical or mental illness in the many years that they had known him. But to be fair, I think he was living in like Seattle or San Francisco at the time. So
You're kind of just mentally ill,
Yeah.
already, aren't you?
These are a
By
bunch
being
of
there.
these are likely a bunch of mentally ill people saying, "No, that dude's not mentally ill." So who knows? Realistically.
Yeah, we asked a bunch of homeless people around his apartment. None of them thought that he was any less insane than they were.
I joke, San Francisco people. You guys just have a reputation at the moment. You'll get over it. It'll get better.
Wait.
I'm sure.
Was it San Francisco or Seattle, did you say?
Well, he's from Seattle, but I don't know if Seattle's any better, honestly, from what I've heard.
Yeah, but I think that Seattle in the 90s was the it place.
Oh, yeah, that's
It
where
was
like Fraser
Austin.
lived,
Yes.
which means
Yes.
it was sick.
Fraser's a real man.
If it's good enough for Fraser. Quiet and reserved, Christopher was an avid music listener and producer. Friends and acquaintances of Case noted his particular interest in ancient sounds and compositions. What are ancient sounds?
Is he talking about bongos?
Yeah, well, no, we have bongos now. That's not ancient, right?
So that doesn't qualify as ancient?
I don't think so.
Just because it exists now?
I mean,
But man, anything that existed in ancient times, we could probably replicate in our 1 to 10
well, that's what I'm saying, though. What about the other way around? Like, I'm sure we had like ukuleles in ancient times or anything with strings. Does that mean ukuleles are now ancient instruments?
Yeah, what the hell are they talking about?
What are ancient sounds?
What are they saying?
What are ancient sounds? I want to. I really want to know.
like-
I'm looking it up.
Is it just us imagining what we think cavemen
Yeah, maybe he
sang?
did like caveman noises. Do your best caveman noise, Jordan. What does that sound like?
For music?
No, just
I'm guessing it'd be this. What?
just in general.
Kutunga. Do you reckon that means hello?
Yeah. Kutunga means hello, I'm sure. It's actually a slur from back then, you dick. Now we're going to get
Fuck.
demonetized. I'm looking it up now. So
Man, we
apparently
just such a good
ancient
stint.
sounds are sounds from early medieval times, pre-500 CE, characterized by monophonic melodies, natural materials, and ritualistic purposes. So not bongos.
It was probably, dude, he's probably talking about a techno band called Ancient Sounds.
He's just a giant hipster.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, dude, he's a DJ, as if he's got
True.
like dignity and grace.
Man, what was that fucking radio station he was hosting then if it was all Unga Bungas and shit like that?
That'd
Like,
be so weird. You're
fucking-
listening to BC Classics. Now take you back to pre-Bark. Yeah, Bark is... okay, they have their version of Gold FM of Good Times and Great Classic Hits, and their Great Times and Modern Hits is like Mozart and shit. I'm guessing that that's what it was.
Was there a Mozart back in prehistoric times?
What kind of dumbass question is that? It's not going to be a fucking Mozart back then, dude.
How do you know? We had prehistoric music, apparently. There had to be a musician.
Okay, so you think that he was out there with a stick instead of the conductor's stick, just an actual...
Cavemen from all across the fucking village were coming over to his mud hut to listen to him.
But how is he composing?
What do you
He's
mean
making
composing?
a bunch of cave painting drawings, and then you have guys on like just clapping rocks together, being like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's the bit. Yeah, the bisons are." I don't know how you would imagine that a composer could work before we knew how to
They
communicate.
had sticks back then. It could work. In fact, they were very well known for their sticks.
So that's a composer's job. He does absolutely nothing unless he's in front of, New York Symphony Orchestra. Other than, okay, your idea of what a composer does is wear a tuxedo and point a stick.
Exactly.
That's what you think, isn't it, Jackson?
Is there more to it? You went to an art school. You would know.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, that's all there is to it.
I thought they did just kind of like control the
Prove him
flow
wrong.
and then like point their stick at people that weren't keeping tempo or whatever.
Dude, haven't you seen Whiplash?
Yeah, that's what he does, right?
That's like...
He gets angry.
All right. It's kind of just
he
like
gets
saying
angry at Whiplash
a
Man.
forensic scientist goes and like gets a cotton bud and swipes and then puts it in the bag and well, that's someone else's job. That's the forensic researcher. I've done my part. Leaves.
Well, what does a
I'm off to
composer
swab
do
other
then?
sides. Huh?
What does a composer do then?
It comes up with the composition of the music.
No, he doesn't. That couldn't be
Okay.
accurate. They'd need to come up with a better name if that were the case. With big dreams and the
What would they
ambition to
say?
match, Case moved to Seattle, Washington in around 1990 to progress his musical career. He landed a job in Seattle as a music executive for Muzak Holdings, the producers of the corporate ambient tunes and elevator music. The position was a demanding one, which required him to travel the country regularly, including one fateful even, business trip to California soon after his arrival. In April 1991, Christopher flew to San Francisco on a business trip to mingle with other executives within the music industry. The specific details aren't well documented, but on the 11th of April, while on the trip, Case was either introduced to or met an older woman who had similar interests in ancient music. Why is everyone interested in ancient music?
I can't believe that that's the linchpin.
What do you mean?
That's why he's dead, because of his interest in fucking
Ancient,
BC bar.
yeah. Oh man, that's so fucking sick. Especially Egyptian and Mediterranean arrangements. They engage in amicable conversation over their shared passions before it became clear to Christopher that this woman, who was roughly 20 years older than him, yeah, go Christopher.
Yeah, go Chris.
Yeah, he's going for
That's
it.
what we like to see.
MILFs. He's
Nice.
really
Get him
into
old
that.
minge.
He's really into that ancient shit.
Yeah, he does. Loves it all.
Yeah, so he realized that this woman was showing obvious signs of romantic interest in him. See, he's
Yeah.
they're coming after him too. Go, Chris boy. That's what I like to see. Even making advances multiple times and telling him to take her home. Case was put off by her intensity and politely declined her requests, and upon doing so, apparently infuriated the woman. Nothing like a lover scorned, hey Jordan.
I can't believe it.
You know what they say? A lover
This guy
scorned
would be
leads to demonic possession and the necessary need for salt lines outside your doors.
Okay. Well, I wasn't aware that that was the expression. Thank you for illuminating
It's
that,
the only
Jackson.
way that that'll ever go.
You know what they say.
You know what they say. A lover scorned leads to ghosts. The unknown woman, now enraged, told Christopher that she was a witch. She declared to him that she would put a curse on him for his rejection and that he'd be dead within the week. Nothing is known about this mysterious woman, although the incident can be verified by friends of Christopher who were informed of the interaction, as well as notes and written material found in his apartment after his death by investigating police. I do want to make the note there, though, that no one else saw the woman. No one else interacted with the woman. It can be corroborated by the sense, or verified, if you want to use that word, by the sense that he had told other people about the woman before his death. I mean, it's up for debate, in my opinion, whether or not the woman is real. Not to call a dead man a liar, but could potentially not be real.
Nah, come on. That story's too good for it not to be real.
Yeah, you're right.
Also,
what am I saying?
I really thought for as soon as you said witch, she immediately transformed in my mind from the hot chick in Game of Thrones with the red hair to when she takes her necklace off. Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Would.
So when she took the necklace off?
Only then.
Only then.
I mean, she comes with experience.
I'll say this, you are a man of discriminating taste. Huh?
She comes with experience then.
Yeah, well, that's... I mean, if you're a witch, you'd think that you'd know how to fuck, hey?
I mean...
You'd be kind of like a composer of cocks.
I was going to say that. No way. I was gonna call back to composing. Damn it.
Yeah, but that's probably just because you've got experience in it, Jackson. I bet you have fucked a couple of witches in your life.
I don't know anything about composing.
1,000-year-old witches.
I've never held a composer's stick before. Being a rational person who didn't believe in witchcraft. Interesting sentence. Being a rational person who didn't believe in witchcraft, Christopher initially didn't think...
Wait. Did Kira write that?
No.
Okay. It does sound like one of her classics.
It does
so
sound.
You've outsourced her to AI.
Yeah.
That's the only
No.
explanation. Yes, no, that's what happened.
No,
yes, you did.
No AI is involved in the
You're
production
an awful
of
person
Red
and
Thread.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
No AI is involved.
Don't listen to these
in
lies.
the production.
Don't listen to him.
I think
He's
AI
out
should
of his
only
teeth.
be used in Tamagotchis. Being a rational person who didn't believe in witchcraft, Christopher initially didn't think much of this and shrugged off the encounter as just a strange run-in with a disgruntled woman. I mean, it happens all the time to Christopher Case, probably. Or he's fucking fending off all the pussy, and the pussy's going to bite back eventually. Despite this, he did still regale the interaction with a longtime friend of his from North Carolina, Samye Sauder. That is an interesting name.
Samye Sauder.
Samye
Sauder. That's longtime friend. Now that's the part of the story that's made up. That's not a name.
That's a witch's name.
Yeah.
I feel like if you say that, you're going to be sent to the infernal realm or something. You're going to be sent to hell. Samye Sauder.
Samye Sauder?
Anyway,
what is that name?
I've never heard of the name Samye. Samye.
They made it up. Like it's a stage name, surely.
Anyone in the audience named Samye?
It's
Let us know.
Kanye West's original name, surely.
He made this call to Samye a day later through a phone call.
Samye.
That's where phone calls are usually made. Interestingly, his friend Samye was a self-described psychic. However, she also dismissed the threat from this woman as nonsense. Not a very good psychic then.
What, so he's just friends with a bunch of magical beings? This man had a very interesting life. You've got to give him that. Also, it's really interesting that he is this extremely rational man surrounded by warlocks, witches, psychics, tarot readers. It's really weird. Then him in the center of all of that being like, no, I have a vast collection of magical friends and I remain skeptical. I am Agent Mulder in the FBI.
Even though all these magical peculiarities are occurring to me, and I also own an infernal imp familiar as well as a little companion.
It is a very 90s thing, isn't it? Just all of this magic shit happening in a TV show and having the agent saying like, there's just got to be a rational explanation for all of this, guys. Just has to be.
Yeah. I would already give it an accept that witches are real, and I'm cursed to death now.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, no, it's too late for us.
I'm way too easy, naive, I guess, is the best word to describe my fear. And again, this comes from having watched A Current Affair growing up. I've just got a strong sense of fear built up in me that anyone can exploit. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. You shouldn't use that against me, please.
I don't know why.
Here's my weak
Jackson's
point.
Weak points. Yeah,
it's everything.
I really don't understand that. That was the modern equivalent of those shows on Discovery where they used to say, America has really beefed up its anti-terrorism after 2001, except of course along its train lines. It's very easy to derail. Do you remember those documentaries?
Yes.
Like, why are you telling us this?
If someone were to hit here, here, and here, the damage would be unforeseen.
We tested it out just to see how weak the defenses were. I think that you'll find that the results were explosive.
All right, so the week of the curse, Christopher returned home to Seattle after his trip to San Francisco. For a couple of days, life and work continued as normal, with the encounter with the woman likely fading from his mind. Within the first few days of this supposedly deadly curse, he experienced nothing out of the ordinary. That was until the morning of the 14th of April, when Christopher again called his friend Samye the Wise, this time in a state of distress. It's so dumb.
I mean, she is a psychic, so probably.
Samye the Wise, I'm going to give it that.
Is her last name? Huh?
No, that's her title. Samye the Wise. She's earned it. This time in a state of distress. He claimed that he couldn't sleep at all the previous night due to a disturbing series of happenings in his apartment. Firstly, he mentioned that he kept hearing sounds of whispering voices coming from his apartment, but upon frantic searching and careful listening, he was unable to find the source. He also disclosed to Samye the Wise that he thought he was seeing shadows moving around in his room, and the bone-chilling sense that he was being closely watched despite living alone. Could this just have been a bad case of sleep paralysis, or the beginnings of the so-called witch's curse taking effect? Either way, Christopher's first ordeal clearly rattled him, so much so that he began to abandon his previous sense of rationality even. And it was at this moment that he called his friend in fear, with the lack of sleep likely also contributing to his anxiety. I mean, I think a lot of this, a lot of things can just be explained to lack of sleep. It's like, what do they say? Like, operating on like 3 hours of sleep is equal to being ridiculously drunk when it comes to driving.
Mm.
Like, your brain just does not function.
You think that there wasn't magical beings cursing him?
No, I do. I just think that they knew when to strike. They're smart magical beings. They know a sleep-deprived person is way more susceptible.
Yeah, they sense a weakness in the force. Yeah. Makes sense.
Weakness in the force.
Also, on top of that, it's like you don't have to be that smart to figure out, like, oh, he's lying down and barely conscious. Now's the time to strike. Well, so, like, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out.
Not if they've got Samye the Wise consulting on it. I'm sure she was helping behind his back, helping all the magical creatures.
Isn't Samye the Wise a psychic that... Oh, what a fake. What an absolute fake.
Yeah, she could have prevented this.
Is she hearing all of this? No, but it sounds like she's just being like, nah, you're just imagining things.
She's
like, isn't it your
job gaslighting him?
Tell people, yeah.
That's fucked up. And she probably knew if she was a psychic, she knew that these were demonic forces. And she's like, she's defending them almost.
I know.
She should be held accountable for these crimes.
For her actions.
Even if she's not at all involved. Where was I? This phone call would be the first of 3 distressing conversations Christopher would have with his friend Samye before his death. Samye wasn't the only friend that Case had contacted throughout his final week, though. Please, I hope there's another funny name. Another friend also located in North Carolina who anonymously provided information to the Seattle Times following his death also offered insight into her friend's behavior, corroborating Samye's accounts that there was genuine terror in Christopher's voice in all of his phone calls, unrecognizable from the smart and put-together man that they once knew. A couple of days later, on the 16th of April, Christopher again called Samye, audibly more frightened than the last time. He told her that he had been violently woken up in the middle of the night to an invisible force attacking him, feeling as though he was being strangled by unseen hands. That's terrifying.
Jesus Christ. That's definitely not sleep paralysis.
I was going to say, have you had sleep paralysis before?
Yeah, many times.
Many times?
But I heard about it recently, not recently, but like maybe a few months before the first time that it happened. So I kind of grooved on it. I realized that was what was happening at the time. So you had I kind of just like lived with the experience, man.
Wait, what do you mean? You like knew that it was sleep paralysis while it was happening?
Yeah, well, I thought, okay, there's 2 explanations here. Either a demon is sitting on me or it's sleep paralysis. And I went with demon sitting on me, but then I moved my arms around and by process of elimination, it wasn't there. So,
but you can still see it?
No, it's not seeing. It's like, okay, I feel like you can move your arms, but it takes like great effort. You're kind of a bit conscious.
What are you fucking talking about? You just woke up with a dead arm.
What?
That's all that was. That's not sleep paralysis. It's in the fucking name. You can't move when you have sleep paralysis.
No, I'm telling you, you can.
No, you can't.
Okay, all right, you can't while you're having sleep paralysis, but you can kind of jolt your way out, I think, if you're conscious of it. You can just be like, this is sleep paralysis.
Damn,
and so you just kind of like mentally just be like, and get yourself
You're so strong. You won the spiritual battle between you and the demons, apparently. I've never heard of that before. You're the chosen one.
Yeah, well, thank you for acknowledging my power.
You're so psychonically strong.
Good. Well, how about you just not be a dick about it, Jackson?
Fucking pussy. Doesn't even get sleep paralysis properly. Pretends that his little numb arm when he wakes up is sleep paralysis. Real people suffer from sleep paralysis, Jordan. I won't have you making a mockery of it.
Are you one of them? Why are you so precious about this?
I've had it like 2 times.
I know people.
I've had it 2 times and it was fucking terrifying both times.
Okay, this is the reason that you're so sensitive about it, because you're just a pussy.
I'm afraid of everything, yeah.
You can't man your way out of sleep paralysis.
I saw a current affair expose on sleep paralysis and I was forever changed. The attack was so forceful, in fact, that it had apparently lifted him from his bed into the air before throwing him back down onto the mattress. Christopher explained that he had felt a sense of paralysis and helplessness to the offense. He also told Sam Ye that immediately after the mysterious attack, he noticed he had small cuts on each of his fingertips and that his surrounding bed sheets were stained in blood.
Okay, that's not sleep paralysis. Okay?
How do you know?
So you can just stop saying that it is, Jackson.
Did I say that it was?
Stop bringing up the subject of sleep paralysis.
Oh, now who's the sensitive one about sleep paralysis?
Theories.
Just because now you're sensitive because you know that you've never experienced it. Unlike me, I've experienced it.
No, I experienced it. I just manned my way out of it. And you just used it as an excuse to take victim complex status immediately.
I use it as an excuse to piss my pants.
Jackson, confirmed victim in his own mind.
What is the point?
And okay, so I manned my way out of sleep paralysis, and you thought, oh, finally, I don't have to get up and go to the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. I could piss my pants and then get up and cry about how much of a victim I am. I'm going to get so many sympathy points on this. I was so excited during my sleep paralysis. I was actually I was smiling. I was grinning in there. I was cheering. I was like, fuck, I can't wait to wake up and hold this over everyone I know. Fucking awesome. What is the point of sleep paralysis? What causes it?
I remember reading some hipster explanation on Vice or something about it.
Is it like
very uninteresting?
Nocturnal emissions and sleep paralysis, 2 sides of the same coin?
What? Why would they be 2 sides of the same coin?
Well, because don't they say that in your brain, fear and love are very closely linked? Or anger and love?
Did they say that, or was that just a plot point in Desperate Housewives?
I think that's awesome. I only ever watched A Current Affair and Desperate Housewives growing up, so it was one of the 2.
Okay, so psychologist in your mind is Brie, I'm guessing, the ginger from that's where you get all of it. She was the one that used to play the mind games. Is that not a thing?
Is it? Do they not? I swear I've heard that from professionals.
Have you?
Yeah, well, you're the fucking self-help
Maybe
guy.
you have.
You should know
Maybe
this.
you have.
You should know this.
No, but yeah, I stay well clear of psychology.
The fake science.
And that's the pseudoscience that is psychology.
Unlike self-help.
Hey, actually, I feel like a dumbass saying this, but come on. There has to be a lot of pseudoscience in psychology, right? Surely there's a bunch of Freud still milling around with pipes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the reason that you are suffering from this depression is because you want to have sex with your mom. That'd be happening still, right?
I don't know. Do you still want to have sex with your mom? I don't know.
Well, I'm just asking for a friend, but
yeah, asking generally. Generally speaking.
Generally, yeah, all right. I want to have sex with my mum, your mum, Jackson.
Just mums in general.
List. Yeah, everyone that's listening right now. Just,
No one's mum's
mothers, lock up your mothers. Jordan is on the town. That's the Friendly Geordie's guarantee. If I'm ever in the room with any of your mums, I'll fuck it.
Every day's Mother's Day to Jordan. Once again, Christopher's ordeal.
What the fuck? What?
Oh my god, this is so dumb.
So dumb. But also, I thought this was going to be way scarier than it is. It's also just a ghost story. That's this red thread today is a ghost story.
I don't know. I think I'm going to wake up with sleep paralysis from this. I'm getting all anxious just thinking.
Yeah, me too. I'm a bit scared. Yeah, me too.
Don't you feel like sometimes when you make jokes about those kinds of things that you kind of will them into existence just through sheer bad luck?
Yeah. That's never going to happen to me.
Yeah, I was getting nervous about that. I'm gonna wake up to a fucking demon sitting on my chest tonight. I just know it.
Yeah, I know.
It's all going to be your fucking fault too. Once again, if that happens to me though, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to hold that over you.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, you just like being a victim, Jackson.
Who doesn't?
And the reason that you want to be a victim is because you secretly want to have sex with your mom. I'm telling you, that's what psychology is. That's all it is.
Once again,
That's the entire science.
Christopher's ordeal could potentially be seen as another bout of bad sleep paralysis, or at the very least, just a horrible nightmare. But this seemed to be the end of his tether. Perhaps with the strange woman's threat of a curse now returning to his mind, this second event was enough for Christopher, and he decided to take action. Now terrified beyond belief, Christopher, himself an atheist, visited a nearby religious bookstore in Seattle called Evangel Incorporated. There, Christopher met and spoke with the store's manager, Rodney Higuchi. It's not an extremely funny name, but there is Gooch in there, which is kind of nice.
No, the Gooch is in there. It's Gooch, a funny name.
It's pretty good. Also, Rodney Higuchi? Those two names don't seem like they would go together.
Yeah, Rodney Higuchi. That is a weird one.
I'm imagining like a Japanese guy with the name Rodney.
Oh, yeah, no, that's all right. No, yeah, because he's evangelical. He's probably had a Christian born-again name. And Rodney is a very holy name.
It sounds like Godney.
I suppose it does, yes. Thank you for this intellectual input.
I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify that I've been awake for like 18 hours by this point. You're getting sleep-deprived Jackson in this episode.
Sleep-deprived Jackson is awesome. Yeah, you can't have sleep paralysis. You're just going to die from lack of sleep.
See how long I can go.
Yeah, that'll be great. That's what's probably what's going to happen. You are going to like actually start dying, and
Dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm going to be the biggest victim then. You get so much cred, so many mums from that.
Nah, I'm going to make sure that you write what? Necrophiliac mums, though. You're dead.
No, I take it to heaven or something. I show up in heaven with my 72 mums. Allegedly, the store manager identified the concerning state that Christopher was in and observed him pick up a handful of crucifixes from one of the displays. When asked by Higuchi what he intended to do with the numerous crucifixes, Case responded that he was being attacked by hostile supernatural entities and needed them to protect his life. Higuchi took this very seriously, of course, and he did his best to assist him.
Yes, that is troubling, yes.
I'm well versed in the arcane arts. You've come to the right place.
Well, he kind of has. I mean, he actually did go to the right place.
If this was happening to me, I would just go sleep in a church.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Why would you not?
And surely, like, a church would let you do it.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be pretty bad if they didn't, right? If you went to them and said,
such a bad Christian.
I'm being attacked by demonic forces, and they said that they're going to kill me within 1 week. All I have to do is stay here for a couple days and make them liars, basically, once the 1 week deadline, ends, and then I'm good. Surely the church is like pretty benevolent in that aspect, and lets you in.
Oh man, the Catholics would be so down for it. Catholics would just be like, yes, that's a real pickle, that would. And they'd let you in for sure.
Okay, but then he's an atheist. Yeah. He's an atheist. What happens if he does that and he survives? Does he then have to become religious?
I suppose you kind of just are religious at that point. You don't really need.
No, I think you have to.
You slept in a church for a week. You're a Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it works.
That's enough. Yeah, I think so too.
I think you have to be. If it's fucking saved your life, you kind of have to be religious from that point on.
Yeah, dude. You. Let's put it this way: you are such a dick if you're not.
Yeah,
like just leaving after that and just being like sucked in God, never.
Although having said that, I used to do that shit all the time growing up. Whenever I would really want something, I'd be like, "Yo, God, if this thing happens to me, if you let this thing happen to me, I'll believe in you forever." And then the thing would happen, and I would not believe in God. I didn't change my mind one way or the other.
You suck.
Take that, God.
Dude, that is such a dick move.
Dick move to God.
So, like, what? You started a bunch of false bargains with God.
Hey, yeah, well.
Like, as if he didn't have better things to do than give you fucking Pokemon Diamond.
That's exactly what it was, yeah. Can I have Pokemon Emerald for Christmas, God? If you let me do, if that happens, I'll
Why
believe
didn't
in
you
you
just
forever.
ask Santa Claus? You don't have to meddle with the guy that created the universe and waste his time. You don't have to.
Well, it was a power play.
I suppose it was, yes. Very Chad of you. It's quite Chad. Tricking God is a Chad move. It has to be. Even if you're Christian, you have to admit that.
If I do die now under mysterious circumstances, it's going to be because I said that kind of stuff out loud, and God will have smited me for my misdeeds in the past. And who can blame him?
Yeah, and he would have been right to do it.
And who can blame him, really?
No, totally. He has every right to do it.
Yeah, it was a dick move. Sorry, God. It's important to note. Yeah, Higuchi directed him to some books on fighting witchcraft and evil spirits. It's important to note that the visit to this religious bookstore and encounter with the store manager cannot be verified with primary sources. However, online business directories reveal that a bookstore named Evangel Inc. did exist in Bellevue, Washington, offering spiritual items and theological literature. Additionally, the name of Rodney Higuchi does turn up results for a Seattle-based music instructor who studied at the Moody Christian College, Illinois, and who would fit the age range of someone managing a bookstore in the early 1990s.
It happened.
It happened, yeah.
It happened.
But I got to tell you, Jordan, this entire case is so undetailed online. There are so few articles and just not much information about the case at all out there. So it is a very difficult thing to research. The 90s
was a different time.
Well, also just that it was an open and shut case for the police. They ruled that it wasn't a suspicious death and basically didn't investigate it at all. So there's just no information to go on, really.
Dude, what were these cops? Like, were the cops just dressed in medieval chainmail and being like, yep, classic witchcraft, nothing suspicious? How does that? It's not weird.
I don't know. We'll find out. By the evening of the 16th, Christopher had transformed his apartment, adorning the rooms with the numerous crucifixes that he had bought, as well as candles. He also poured lines of salt around the edges of each room in the apartment with small piles in each corner and poured it on his porch in geometric patterns. Notes on how to combat spirits and scribbles were found scattered around his apartment, later identified by the police. Official newspaper reports at the time confirmed that police also found a book on the occult titled Strange Customs by R. Brash in his apartment, which Christopher likely got from Evangel Inc. This book likely gave him the idea to use salt as a repellent around his apartment. Salt has a long history, actually, of being used as a protection against evil forces in multiple beliefs, including Christianity.
Interestingly, yeah.
What?
Yes. I don't know, just like the onflow from those two sentences was just like, actually, salt has a very interesting history. First used by the Babylonians as a spice to put on food. Then later by Egyptians, who also use it as a spice on food.
And then by modern Western men to protect themselves against witches.
From witchcraft. Yeah, and while you're doing it, you're doing it yourself. And that's why you listen to Red Fred, to learn.
Salt used as a protection against evil forces in multiple beliefs, including Christianity, Buddhism, and numerous Asian cultures. It is a symbol of the sanctity of Jesus, according to religious texts, and is used to make protective circles during exorcisms of demons. It was also commonly used as a protection against witches, witchcraft, and demons in Europe in the Middle Ages. And horses also love it. Candles have a much wider history of uses throughout different religions and beliefs. They can also be used to light your home. In Christianity, they represent prayers offered to God. However, in folklore, they have been also used to detect spirits or bad omens. A strong flame indicates safety, but a flickering or sputtering flame indicates the presence of spirits or impending trouble. And they also sometimes smell nice, so you can use them to hide ominous odors. It's possible that Christopher may have been using candles throughout his house for this purpose, or any of the other purposes I listed. It's not sure. Even with the elaborate...
Salt. The spice with a million uses.
Candles too. You can use candles for a lot of
candles
things.
are great as well.
You can use it to pour hot wax on your nipples.
In fact, here's a little activity for everybody. Write down all the uses that you can think of for candles. Whoever writes down the most wins our coveted thumbs up in the next podcast.
The red thread,
which will be candle related.
The red thread thumbs up award. Are we going to do that?
Yeah, the red thread thumbs up award.
All right.
So whoever comes up with the most legitimate uses, Jackson will put his thumb up.
No. It has to be.
And I will put my thumb down to the one who comes up with the least amount.
All right. No, it has to. All right. Genuine thumbs up award to the person who comes up with the most creative use for candles and salt.
Yeah, and thumbs down for the one who comes up with the least creative.
Well, we have to use that as well. Next week we're gonna do both awards.
Yeah, you got to punish people. You can't just. I'm sick of you just allowing people to go by in life without getting a cane every now and then.
What are we doing? Playing good cop, bad cop here to an imaginary audience?
Well, yeah, like you just let them get away with murder. It's not on. I'm sick of you. You're just like, dude, you always make me punish them. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad.
You always feel good at the end, don't you?
This relationship is breaking down. We'll never make it through the winter at this rate. The specific details. Wait, where was I?
I don't know. Being a dick as usual.
Oh yeah, the history of candles. That's where it was. Even with the elaborate and considered arrangement of supernatural deterrence.
Go on.
That night on the 16th of April, Christopher reportedly had his scariest and closest call with these supposed paranormal forces to date. They waged an assault. The specific details of what actually happened to Christopher that evening remain a mystery, but whatever occurred was so disturbing to him that in the early hours of the morning, he was frightened enough to flee from his apartment and check into a hotel. Only our imagination is left to conjure what awful experience Christopher was subjected to that evening. But if being throttled and lifted from his bed by an invisible force a night earlier wasn't enough to send him packing, it's difficult to picture what Christopher's final straw was. What do you think it was? Particularly his
I think it was the demons. Is that what you? Okay, yeah, I'll bank on that too.
Yeah, I reckon they.
Yeah, no one likes that. That's awful.
They played with these little
scary.
pinkies. I don't like that.
You don't like that either.
They did the thing where
I don't like that.
They put their little demon fingers in between like the creases of your toes and tickle around there. They did that.
That sounds very specific and like a childhood wound, Jackson. That's never happened to me in my life.
Why'd you make me remember?
Oh, the typewriter? That actually sounds like something that had happened in sleep paralysis with a demon.
God, if you're real, you'd take away my pain and suffering. Take away the memories.
And this time, he promises he'll be a Christian after.
If you do, I'll believe in you forever. Totally can't see my pinkies right now.
You really, you know what? You have proven that God exists. That smug decade of atheism was all for naught.
Why?
Because of you, Jackson. You debunked them with facts and logic. You got Pokemon Emerald, was it?
Yeah.
What did you want?
I wanted
Pokemon Emerald, so he exists.
Yeah, I guess. Wish I asked for something a little bit more grand.
Yeah, I know. Like Pokemon Ruby.
No, Pokemon Emerald's a better version of Ruby, you dumbass.
Is it?
Yeah. Fuck.
Wait, is it like Pokemon Yellow or something? Dude, you have to translate everything into when this man was getting hanged in a bathroom with a bunch of occult shit behind him. That's when I stopped paying attention to the mainstream. I couldn't believe
Pokemon Emerald is like the combined versions of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, but also better and more content.
What were you complaining about? You got literally the best thing that existed. So
I wasn't complaining.
Being whiny.
I said that you were wrong.
You just said like, oh, I should have got something better.
Yeah, like something non-Pokemon related.
No, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah,
what could you possibly want?
You're going through a Pokemon arc at the moment. It's embarrassing.
I know.
35-year-old man.
It is. It's so embarrassing.
I bet you were hoping that I wasn't going to bring that up, but of course I am. You got to stop giving me ammunition. The specific details of what actually happened to Christopher that evening remain a mystery, Oh, I've already read that. Due to the fact that Christopher was no longer staying in his apartment and keeping in mind that this was 1991, Samye and Christopher's other anonymous friend from North Carolina had no way of contacting him the next morning. It was reported to the Seattle Times that when they didn't hear from him that morning and being halfway across the country, they panicked and called local King County police and asked to have a wellness check performed on Christopher's home. The police efforts were futile, however. When they arrived, they found that the apartment was locked and they didn't receive any response upon knocking at the door. With little they could do, they reported back to Samye, who grew even more concerned for her friend. Samye had no choice other than to hope to hear from Christopher with further news, but this didn't take too long. During the day of the 17th, as Samye was forced to get on with her day while anxiously hoping for a response from her afflicted and cursed friend, it was reported in contemporary retellings that Christopher attempted to get more help. He supposedly visited a Catholic priest and even revisited the Evangel Incorporated bookstore, desperate for more advice, although neither events have been officially verified. That same evening, Samye got home from her day to see that she had a message on her answering machine. The call was from Christopher. In the message, he explained to her that they, in quotation marks, had almost got him the night before, and that, quote, people are trying to do things to me, end quote. Yeah, didn't elaborate further. I'm telling you, he's getting his toes played with. It's got to be the feet. It's the feet stuff, dude. They're trying to get to his little pickies. Go to bed with shoes and socks on. You gotta defend your feet from ghosts. Don't you feel like if there were ghosts that they
such good advice.
Don't you think that if there were ghosts, like they'd be constantly around you while you're sleeping, just doing things to you?
What, molesting you?
Well, I didn't want to say
Wouldn't matter
it.
though, because they literally can't touch you.
I mean,
So
yeah, but it's the principle.
they're not even molesting
It's
you.
the
They can't do
principle.
it. They literally can't.
They can.
They can't. They can't molest you. No court would convict them.
I'm not talking about a court. It doesn't. Just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's not moral, right? They're putting their little ghost hands on me. I don't like it.
So this is another phobia of yours.
I'm gonna need to put salt around my bed. He also.
I'll tell you right now, if you're a ghost and you're trying to molest me, you couldn't molest me because I'd enjoy it, all of it, and I welcome it.
It wouldn't be molest. You sleep with your mouth open.
It's just not even.
He
molesting.
also
Yeah,
supposedly told Samye that it was unlikely.
Was that a gust of wind? I hope it wasn't.
He also supposedly told Samye that it was unlikely he was going to survive the night. Later, secondary source. Oh, Jesus, imagine getting that message. Just a call from a friend.
So fucked, isn't it?
A missed call from a friend.
A ghost is trying to molest me and I'm going to die. Anyway, if you've got time for lunch, would like to discuss further. And then, oh, no, sorry, I've got a meeting. I can't do it, guys.
Yeah, but in the modern day, that would be an email. I would send you an email probably being like, yo, Jordan, not going to be able to make Red Thread this week. Ghost haunting me or molesting me, not sure. Either way, probably going to die tonight. See ya.
Probably going to die tonight. To which I will respond with a "Stay safe, brother," and then those like prayer emoji hands.
LMAO.
LMAO. What? Bro, are you joking? Or that's crazy, dude.
Fuck. However, we don't know this. I don't think I read that.
What don't we know?
We just don't know in general.
Just don't know anything.
Calls from Christopher.
The truth is out there. Yeah.
Later secondary sources suggest that Christopher had an unsettling resignation to his voice in the call compared to the panic he had previously displayed, as if he had accepted his situation and fate. However, we don't know this for certain, as no audio excerpts or tapes exist of the voicemail left with Samye. This was to be the last call that she ever received from Christopher Case. The night of the 17th of April, just as Christopher had feared, was indeed his final night on Earth. I know someone died, but
just as I suspected.
Yeah, it's just so. It is so strange. It's like comically strange.
It came to this. It's so strange.
Was indeed his final night on Earth. So it was like predicted. His death was predicted, foretold by the witches. The witches' coven.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's
That is
no way
so
he committed
strange.
suicide.
Yeah, I mean, even if he died through completely natural causes, what are the odds that she predicted his death day?
I don't know. I don't know. It's actually a very, very, very compelling story.
God
And I
might be
very
real.
much like the religious paraphernalia that's coming into it. Look, they really should make a movie out of this. Surely someone's done a horror on it. Surely. Or inspired by it. You'd have to.
Yeah, it's good content.
It really is.
So just as Christopher had feared, it was his final night on Earth, which also makes it sound like he may have left Earth and gone to a different planet, perhaps Mars, perhaps Jupiter. He's traveling the cosmos now.
Jupiter would be a tough one to live in, but I'm sure he figured it out.
Lots of ghosts in Jupiter. With police returning for another welfare check or wellness check, to discover his body the following day on the 18th of April. He was found in the state that we mentioned at the start of the video, kneeling, fully clothed in his empty bathtub, with his head resting against the wall, surrounded by his religious paraphernalia. There was no sign of forced entry or a disturbance. He was simply dead. That's fucking crazy. So he was kneeling in his bathtub dead.
Wow.
What?
And so what? There was nothing?
No sign of a struggle. Nothing. He was just kneeling in the bathtub dead on the day that he was said to have been foretold to die.
Oh my God.
It's
really?
so strange. Yeah. That is so fucking strange.
That is so strange.
What could it have been? Like, if not a ghost.
Did they have anything?
Clearly it's a ghost. Obviously, Beelzebub or whatever, a demon from the ninth circle of hell has come to claim his life, clearly, scientifically. But if not that, what else
obviously.
could it be?
I don't know. This is honestly like, I really, really, really like this case. Is there anything else? Is there any theories?
Let's find out. The official cause of death has some issues. Christopher Case's official cause of death, according to the coroner's report, was myocarditis, an inflammation and weakening of the heart muscle, which can stop the person's heart from pumping altogether. Is it possible then? Probably not. But could he have been scared to death?
Wow. That's actually a pretty good response.
I don't know. Myocarditis, I think, is an actual medical condition that's not in line with. I don't think you can die from fear, right? Can you? I mean, I guess it could cause a heart attack.
See something so terrifying that that'd have to happen.
Like a heart attack, but that's not what myocarditis is. I think I'm going to confirm that real quick so I don't look stupid. Heart attack? Question mark?
Nah, just go all out. Not only is it a heart attack, it's also cancer.
Myocarditis and heart attacks are different conditions, but they share similar symptoms. While a heart attack involves blocked arteries, severe myocarditis can cause blood clots that lead to a heart attack, along with heart failure or dangerous arrhythmias. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. It predominantly affects people around the ages of 20 to 40. That's such a weird range. 20 to 40?
Yeah, isn't that a strange thing? You pretty much might as well just say it affects you from birth to death.
Well, no, 20 to 40 is so specific and such a weird gap
specific.
It's a weird gap of time where it's like, why during this period of time is my heart more susceptible to myocarditis? Like, you would think that it would be more likely the older you get and the more, your heart works, basically.
Gives out.
But no, 20 to 40 is when it happens.
So
strange. Can progress slowly over time, or it also strikes suddenly. It's a rare condition, only affecting around 10 out of every 100,000. It's also not hereditary, instead usually being caused by viruses such as the flu or COVID. Myocarditis can affect anyone without warning. Fit and healthy adults are also not immune to myocarditis. In fact, it has actually been the sudden cause of death for many young athletes given their frequent high-intensity exercise and subsequent high heart palpitations. Some medical experts have also suggested that man-made health supplements such as workout powders or steroids can cause or exacerbate heart conditions, even in otherwise healthy adults. As Christopher was reportedly a fitness fanatic, this myocarditis diagnosis could well check out. According to contemporary retellings of the case, Christopher was a frequent gym goer and took vitamin supplements for his health. He was also 35 years old at the time, well within the typical age range for the heart condition. That being said, the diagnosis doesn't seem to completely add up either. People who suffer from myocarditis often display other symptoms shortly before it strikes, such as heart palpitations, chest pain, difficulty breathing, fever, fatigue, lightheadedness, and abdominal pain. There is no evidence of Christopher experiencing any of these symptoms during his final week. I'm going to push back on that a little bit. Maybe like he woke up feeling like he was being strangled and stuff like that. Could that not be that?
I mean, I guess it could be. It still doesn't explain how he knew he was going to die that night, or the demons. Doesn't explain any of that.
Doesn't explain the witch. It also doesn't explain why he died kneeling in a bathtub.
That's so strange.
The closest
You're dying of myocarditis, you know you're dying, right?
No, I think it just happened suddenly from the sounds of it. Like a brain
So there's
aneurysm.
you can't be like, got to get into pose.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready to go to heaven.
Bathtub. Maybe.
No, you can't. You don't have time.
Like maybe it's like a heart attack, right? Like when you have a heart attack, you feel the build up, you know something's wrong, and then it like hits you. I think it is pretty destabilizing though, right?
Yeah, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows? We've never died of them. Well, Jackson hasn't come back to life, but that's a time for another pod.
I'm a ghost right now? What do you mean?
We've got to talk about another one. No, you're alive again.
I'm bored again?
If you want to know the full story of that, you're going to have to sign up to Loose Threads. That is a podcast that we do where we do
seances.
That, really. We talk about stories, seances,
exorcisms.
Talking to ventriloquist dummies that have had voodoo curses on them. That's always a good chat. A lot of gags in those ones.
Official.man.
And a lot of them using their teeth to try and bite our penises off. But you don't see that because it's not filmed.
Official.man 7-day free trial if you want to listen to Loose Threads. Recommend it. People love it. People really love it. And also, I think we need like 30 more subscribers over there at official.men. And then Jordan will post a video doing a TikTok dance that the Budday did. So, hey, sign up now and you can be a part of that milestone. Once we get there, he'll post it. It's going to be a great dance. So he's been practicing.
Yeah. Don't make me embarrass myself, guys.
Yeah, don't give him money to embarrass himself. He would never do that.
Yeah. I don't like that. And if you listen to Loose Threads, you know that that's an inside joke. I really like it. I'm an exhibitionist.
He loves it. He fucking loves it.
The only reason I'm not on OnlyFans is because it's behind a paywall.
In fact, you signing up, no monetary benefit. Jordan, he doesn't care about that aspect. He just wants more people over there
to
see him dance like a little jester, the jester that he is. The closest thing that could be attributed to a myocarditis symptom that he told anyone he experienced was the event where he woke up feeling that he was being strangled. It's possible that this may have been him experiencing breathing difficulties in his sleep, which woke him as his body fought for air. However, this was only one part of his experiences, and myocarditis alone does not explain his sudden and drastic change in mental state or his newfound spiritual beliefs.
It doesn't.
To reiterate, his longtime friend Sam Ye said that he didn't believe in witchcraft or the paranormal at all. Even if he was simply hallucinating or imagining all of these happenings, hallucinations are not a symptom of myocarditis, suggesting something else may have been affecting him as well. Whether that was supernatural or not is up for debate. I have an interesting theory about that I'm going to get back to at the end. The diagnosis...
Okay, I can't wait.
Are you being sarcastic? You don't like my theories?
No, my voice has that nasally Australianness to it that makes it sound like everything I'm saying is like a shit take, but it's not. Jackson?
Yeah, I was taking a sip of water while you were insulting me. The diagnosis of myocarditis.
Yeah, you can't handle it, can you? Take another sip, mate. You'll need it.
I need to fill my
Can't
bladder up.
handle the truth.
You're gonna bully me so hard I'm gonna piss my pants again. Just like I did in bed.
Yeah, well, this is great because you have to fill your bladder up, i.e. you had the choice not to piss your pants and
I
you
refuse not
actively
to.
decided to do it. Yeah.
I need to be the ultimate victim. Piss pants victim. The diagnosis of myocarditis also doesn't explain how Christopher knew with a strong amount of conviction and certainty that he was going to die on the night of the 17th, let alone knowing about it a week ahead of time. Scheduled in the myocarditis attack well ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the psychic.
Maybe.
And seeing as there was no sign that his death was a suicide, how could an otherwise physically healthy adult man know that for sure? That is so
Exactly.
interesting.
I know.
Like it's so bizarre. Like you can say that he died in like the myocarditis. Obviously, that's what the autopsy and the medical professionals determined was the cause of death. And you can
so-called experts.
You can use that to rule out like all of the sus things that were happening, basically, by saying like obviously he was insane, he was insane, and none of the other stuff happened. He just died of myocarditis. But it doesn't change the fact that his friends corroborated that he he knew about his death well in advance of it happening. Like he said to people he was scared for the week before. I'm gonna die.
Interesting.
I'm gonna die in 7 days. And the fact that he died from myocarditis, something entirely unpredictable, is so fucking weird.
It's so weird. I mean, stranger things have happened, but not many.
He knew he was going to die through an entirely like 1 in 10, what was it? 1 in 100,000 chance, basically, of him dying from that. I mean, way
it doesn't
higher.
matter if he died from myocarditis. The point is he called it.
He called it, but no, it does matter that he died from myocarditis because it's not a predictable way of dying. He had like a 1 in
but that's
16 billion chance of getting that right.
Fuck. That's very, very low.
Not good odds.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Not good odds.
He should have done that on the lottery or something, though. Something actually useful for himself.
Yeah. Yes, he should have.
What a thing to predict your own death.
It's fucking mental.
And what of the strange older woman who supposedly cursed him?
What of her?
What did she look like? Was she hot? The answer is nothing at all. There is no information about this strange woman. Christopher's death was only briefly treated as suspicious by police before the coroner's report came back. Once myocarditis was determined to be the cause of death, and with nothing out of the ordinary reported in his toxicology result, it was an open shut case to police that no longer warranted the kind of investigation that would involve tracking the woman down. If the woman was indeed a normal person and not a witch, it's almost certain that she too has passed away by now. Unless, again, she is an immortal witch. She could still be out there. Stranger things have happened. If the woman was indeed, I already read that, Christopher also never shared the woman's name with Samye or anyone else, meaning that the identity of the woman will likely be a mystery forever. So that's the official ruling of the mysterious and peculiar death of Christopher Case. Now let's explore some alternative theories. Actually, no, it's just alternate theories, not alternative. Alternatives like hippie stuff, right?
Really? So that's the difference between alternate and alternative. I honestly thought that alternate was an alternative of alternative.
I mean, it is, but like in the common usage of the word alternative theory nowadays, you think of like insane person on YouTube coming up with crackpot theories that go out to like 20 people. Whereas,
which is not us.
No, absolutely not us. Now let's explore why this guy died from demons. Despite the odd circumstances surrounding Christopher Case's final week in death, there aren't large amounts of coverage or discussion online about it. However, the story has periodically been posted to places such as YouTube, that's where we are, and Reddit. Thank God we're not there. And allowed people to weigh in with their thoughts and ideas about Christopher's fate. Actually, you wanted to shout out the subreddit that we've got. It's not very active, but you wanted to shout it out.
It's not active at all, but I don't know. I didn't know that it existed. Someone that I know knows that it exists. I looked at it, and there was a bunch of inside jokes on it that I remember us having a laugh about, and it was great. It was this trip down memory lane. It's the only Reddit page that I've ever visited where I didn't feel like I, should probably neck myself. Like it was great.
shout
really,
out,
really good.
Shout out to the people infrequently
Posting all the memes.
using the subreddit.
Good on you.
For delicious memes. Very nice, very nice. Jordan loves
It was
them.
so good of you. Yeah,
Please
I love them.
keep posting them and keep tagging him in them. I want to see 1,000 posts.
I wouldn't know how to
subreddit.
get them, but yeah.
What is it? Reddit.com
.com.au
Reddit.org r/red thread podcast. I think that's it. Go if you're a Redditor with over 50,000 karma. We only accept that people over 50,000 karma on the subreddit.
Yes, we're very discriminating in that way.
We like to keep a cultured environment of memes. Go buff up your
Only
karma numbers first before you come join us over in the subreddit. But yeah, no, it's a fun place. Go check it out. Many people have questioned what specific vitamin or health supplements Christopher may have been taking and pointed out that they could have caused his death. The health supplement industry in the United States is notoriously poorly regulated, even nowadays. And it's possible that Christopher could have been subject to heavy metal poisoning as a result. Heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and arsenic appear in supplements in unsafe amounts with surprising frequency. So it's not as far-fetched as one might think. And to back this theory up even further, exposure to heavy metals, not the music, the lead, mercury, and arsenic, has been known to cause myocarditis. However, even if Christopher was unlucky enough to get myocarditis from his supplements, this doesn't explain the other things that were happening to him. As with myocarditis, hallucinations are not a symptom of heavy metal poisoning. That's pretty surprising to me. I feel like anything poisoning related would have to give you hallucinations.
Yeah.
That's strange.
I always thought that was, yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
We were wrong. Meaning something else may well have still been going on, even if this was his actual cause of death. Intentional poisoning from anyone else also seems unlikely, though some have speculated upon it. The strange woman only had contact with him on the very first day of the supposed curse, so unless she had a very specific and undetectable poison and a very specific dosage, also that's such an insane thing. She got rejected, so she's going to poison him, and she was carrying around poison for that specific purpose.
Maybe. I mean, she is a witch.
Maybe
I don't understand their ways.
It's very
it's like asking
Russian.
Amish people. What do they do? It is totally.
It's extremely Russian. She must be one of those Russian witches.
If only he had sex with that gilf, he'd still be alive today.
Yeah. If only he took one for the team and had sex with that outrageously beautiful woman.
By Jackson's standards.
We don't know what she looks like.
The woman in Game of Thrones when she takes off the necklace. That's Jackson's ideal woman.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Jackson. Get in there.
I'm going to dream good tonight. Now that you put that in my head. I think she did have a lot of sex in that show from what I remember. Melisandre.
Yeah, no. A very sexually active, dare I say, slutty postmenopausal woman by like many centuries, it seems, as well.
There were also no signs
woman.
of forced entry to his apartment during the week to suggest poisoning from anyone else. And even if Christopher was being poisoned from whatever supplements he was taking, whether or not he was even still taking them in the last week of his life when he was so scared and out of his usual state, is unknown. Some people have also pointed to Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, more commonly known as broken heart syndrome. This very real condition is yet another which leads to a weakened heart after experiencing a physically or emotionally stressful event and can be fatal. So that's kind of like being scared.
What? So he regrets not having sex with the witch? Why is he scared?
No, it's just broken.
Why is
it's
he
just
sad?
called broken heart syndrome because a lot of people, like I've heard
Yeah, but
about
what's this emotionally distressing instance?
Being cursed. Like he believes that he was cursed. And he was stressed about
But he was
that.
a rational man.
However,
I don't believe
this particular condition seems unlikely for a few reasons, primarily that it predominantly affects women, around 89% of cases, and people of older age. Christopher was also seemingly a quiet and confident man before the curse. Like how the curse is just like an ironclad thing. It's how we refer to time in this situation, just before the cursed days, before he was cursed to a life of pain and misery and death. Before the curse.
Happy Chris days.
And we have no evidence of him experiencing any sort of severe trauma in the weeks or months before his final week of life. Another medical related theory that some have suggested is that Christopher's brain subconsciously knew that something was wrong in his body, such as myocarditis, and was giving him warning signs. People shared some experiences where they, or people they knew, have had similar subconscious sense that something was going wrong in their bodies. I feel like that's happened to me before, but I can't point to a specific situation.
Okay.
Well,
so you're just claiming credit for it.
yeah, I think that's happened to
me. Yeah, not only am I a genius, my body's a genius as well, but I have no evidence.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I predicted I was going to piss in the bed when I pissed that night in the bed. I'm pretty sure, like, I was when I was laying down in bed, I was like,
"What is this? Why you have this inordinate fear of?
I could really piss right now.
Bad's going to happen."
I was thinking, damn, my bladder's feeling really full. I feel like I'm going to piss in this bed later on, and then I fell asleep, and sure enough. Predicted.
Are you talking about when you were a kid?
Yes, let's go with that.
Okay.
No, I seriously have not pissed. I don't think I've ever pissed in the bed.
Bullshit. You just admitted to pissing in the bed, Jackson.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a prank. It was a joke. Just making myself more.
Yeah.
I seem more human.
Yeah, very lighthearted.
Very relatable.
Yeah.
To all the people out there. Is pissing in the bed common?
He's just like you guys, pissing in the bed a lot. That's what he thinks of you.
I imagine everyone in the audience. Bunch of bed pissers.
Just a bunch of chronic bedwetters.
Is pissing the bed common?
For babies? What are you talking about?
Just in general. Like how... I guess only if you're like
people
super
out
drunk.
there that are going to feel bad about it. Huh?
Like if you're super drunk and stuff like that, I feel like that's the only time.
As an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there will be people out there that do piss the bed all the time and you've made them feel very bad about themselves.
I think it's awesome.
And I second it, Jackson. They should feel bad about
No,
themselves.
I think it's fucking awesome. You piss in that bed.
Oh, do you?
Dude, yeah. You make that bed your bitch. Your territory.
I suppose it is pretty dominant.
Yeah, it's very dominant.
Yeah, no dog's going to miss that.
I'd hate to be that bed.
Maybe, actually, you pissing in the bed a lot, maybe your dog thinks Will 2 can play at this game and pisses in it as well.
Oh, God. It's just a giant soup of piss.
Piss. All different piss. And your partner gets on board. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know, because I don't wet the bed. That's how much of an adult I am.
You wear diapers like a strong big man. Alternatively,
no shame in it, boys. Adult nappies are on sale at Coles for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
What?
That's so gross.
What's gross?
I hate adult.
It's a beautiful thing.
I hate adult baby diaper lovers.
What the fuck are you talking about?
ABDL. You've never heard of it?
No.
You've never heard of adult baby diaper lovers?
No.
Yeah, well, we know what the next Red Thread episode is going to be about. Alternatively,
okay, cool.
Alternatively, it could also have been a nocebo effect, which is essentially the polar opposite of the placebo effect. The nocebo effect is where someone's fear of the worst occurring can often exacerbate or even cause health issues. Say, for example, being cursed, which is one of the greatest health issues that one can have. However, this also seems unlikely, given that Christopher didn't believe in witchcraft and therefore shouldn't have been susceptible to the nocebo effect from a supposed curse. That is, unless he wasn't in his right state of mind at all. One final theory that others suggested is that the encounter with the strange woman, the catalyst for Christopher's whole ordeal, may not have even happened at all. Rather, some posit that some sort of mental health issue may have suddenly affected Christopher and caused him to imagine these events. Theories suggest that this could have been triggered by stress, the constant traveling and long hours from working as an executive at his company. From some,
I suppose he wasn't. That's true. It's technically true.
I mean, yeah, he's still an executive.
Go with that. Executive of his country.
Yeah.
CEO of America.
From working as an executive at his company, from suddenly developing severe anxiety, or potentially from a previously underlying and undiagnosed hereditary disorder or issue. So basically, he imagined it, and then because he imagined it, he got so stressed that his heart exploded.
I think that's what happened. Yes, it sounds very accurate.
If something like this was the case, it's possible that Christopher either imagined the entire encounter or perhaps had a relatively normal encounter with the woman and inadvertently projected a lot of his own issues into their conversations. Issues to do with wanting to sleep with his mum, potentially. This may have been where the supposed curse came from, a combination of miscommunication and paranoia caused by a mental health disorder. Certainly, the only evidence of the actual conversation between him and the woman happening at all is lost to time. Moreover, we only have secondhand accounts from the friends that he shared the encounter with regarding any of the specific details of the conversation. Although all of these alternate theories have some validity and merit to them, ultimately none of them completely explain Christopher's bizarre death. Whether it was a heart condition, heavy metal poisoning, his body giving him warning signs of a health issue, or a mental health issue, none of them explain his accurate premonition of his death either the week beforehand or the night it happened. With only a handful of local newspaper articles from 1991 and speculative story reconstructions, the hard facts of the case will likely never be fully revealed. Ultimately, although Christopher Case's death and his week leading up to it was bizarre in so many ways, it lives in a weird state of purgatory between fact and fiction. For all intents and purposes, the case is officially closed, an open and shut case of a rare heart condition, despite all the odd circumstances surrounding it. But to others, Christopher's death is anything but solved. It's a fascinating and not commonly discussed story, which asks as many questions as it answers. How did a quiet, confident, and rational man spend the last week of his life terrified of being attacked by evil spirits and convinced he'd been cursed by a witch? How did that man end up kneeling in his empty bathtub surrounded by candles, crucifixes, and salt? Could there have been something darker and more sinister going on? Whether or not witchcraft was indeed involved remains a mystery, likely for the rest of the time. And that is Red Thread.
Wow, what a tale.
Very interesting case.
Mysterious.
Okay, so
I love it.
I think he took supplements, not good supplements, got a viral infection of some sort, and that caused like viral infections, which can be known to cause myocarditis. They also cause hallucinations, like viral infections. Like I've hallucinated before when I've had an infection. Have you? When you've had like the flu and stuff?
Have. What did you hallucinate? What did you think you saw?
Just not even seeing things specifically, just like hearing noises that aren't actually there, or things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Some kind of like what your senses pick up things that don't actually exist, basically, and feed you faulty information. Because
fucking hell.
Because your body's fighting itself, fighting the infection.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's pretty damn interesting, isn't it?
So I think that's pretty.
No.
I think that's a possibility, right? That he just had a viral infection and that caused the hallucinations and eventually the myocarditis. But again, it doesn't explain how we knew that he was going to die on the day that he died. And it doesn't explain why he was knees down in like a prayer position in his bath when he died.
Yeah, and your crap little explanation of like, oh, he just subconsciously knew that he was going to die. Still, wait, that's just other words for it being a strange supernatural coincidence that he knew he was going to die.
That's the best you can do, right? Just not supernatural, just a coincidence, which is, I don't find very compelling. Especially when the coincidence is dealing with something like myocarditis, which is exceptionally rare.
Exactamundo.
All right, what do you think before we wrap up?
I'm gonna go with the witch, man. I'm gonna go with the witch. I think that is actually something that probably could happen. Somebody could curse you. I mean, look, you know about pointing the bone in Aboriginal tribes, right?
No, I don't. It wasn't on a current affair.
All the time.
Tell me about it. Please
Probably
teach me about my country's history.
You just had to watch your stupid YouTube. I have so much to learn.
Tell me about this bone.
Pretty nuts, but like the witch doctor of Aboriginal tribes used to point a bone at people they didn't like, and then they die.
Okay, so do you earnestly believe that witches could be real? being legitimate right now.
Look,
Okay. I
does
thought
placebo
you.
effect
Why did
even
you take
count?
so long then? I thought you disconnected. That was like fucking 20 seconds.
Because I'm earnestly thinking about
Okay.
it. Do I think that witches could exist?
You could have made some noises like or I'm thinking right now, or something like that, just to let me know.
Just to accommodate you.
Yes.
It's always about you, isn't it, Jackson?
I got scared and lonely.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I
You
did.
actually were worried.
I
Panicked.
was.
And it's just another excuse for you to pierce, I'm guessing, as well.
Yeah, I was eyeing my bottle
no,
of water.
I can't hear anything for a couple of seconds. Better let one out. Psst.
I didn't have enough piss in me though, which made me even more scared.
Nice. Good work, man.
Come on, tell me, witches.
Yeah, I think that they could. I think it's possible that they could exist.
So you do believe in the supernatural?
Absolutely. And I know that that makes me sound very dumb to think that, but I don't know. It's just one of those things of like, I really hope that witches do exist and they can curse you and you can randomly die. That's the world I want to live
What a fun world. Why?
in. Don't we all?
How do you defend against that? You just don't?
How do you defend against what? Salt, dickhead. We went through this.
There's no slug
Fuck,
witches.
were you
I
paying
don't think.
attention to this?
I think salt is a red herring. Like it's something that the witches put in, or the demons and stuff put in the Bible to trick people into using salt when it does nothing.
What?
I think it does nothing.
What a silly theory.
No, when has it ever stopped an exorcism?
Yeah, good point.
All right.
It's not a silly theory at all. It's the best theory I've ever heard. on the subject of witches. That is the best theory I've ever heard. Not the theory of relativity, not your pussy theories of gravity. That. What? What'd you say?
I said, I've seen The Exorcist.
I've seen The Exorcist. This theory gets even better. Have you?
No, I don't know why I lied about that. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this sleep-deprived episode of Red Thread. Tell us what you thought. Loose Threads, go check it out. We're going to do that right now. We're going to get really loose with it over here. This episode has already been pretty loose, so we'll see how much looser we can get. It's going to be a continuation of the wacky things that we've been talking about in this episode. I'll probably get Jordan to talk a bit more about Pokemon as well. So if you want to hear him talk about his favorite Pokemon, then head on over to Loose Threads over at official.men. Bonus exclusive content, 7-day free trial. Loose Threads is exclusive, so you need to sign up if you want to listen to that. And it helps us keep doing Red Thread as well in general. So if you like the show, it's worth it. It's $5 a month, and you get very early access to the show, ad-free, and of course the bonus content weekly.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
How could you say no, guys?
Go sign up now, Jordan.
Will do. Even though I get free access as a member.
No, you got to pay.
I don't know why I'm doing it, but here we are.
I'm revoking your free access. I want that $5 from you.
That's very fair on me. Thank you, Jackson.
All right, guys. See you next time on Red Thread. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.